Okay, here we go. The number 10 most valuable player from the 1981 World Series, Mr. Ron Guidry. Ron Guidry got things off to a good start for the Yankees. He was the starting pitcher in Game 1. He went 7 innings, only gave up 1 run, 6 base runners, got the win. For the series, he pitched a total of 14 innings, gave up 12 base runners, 3 runs, and had an ERA of 1.93. The number 9 most valuable player was another Yankees starting pitcher, Tommy John. John started Game 2 for the Yankees, another Yankees win. He went 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, only allowed 3 base runners. And for the series, he pitched a total of 14 innings, gave up 11 base runners, but only 1 run, and had an ERA of 0.69. The 8th most valuable player in the series, finally an LA Dodger, Mr. Steve Yeager. Steve hit the second of back-to-back home runs in the 7th inning of Game 5. They were both solo shots, very important shots because the final score was 2-1 Dodgers. For the series, Yeager went 4 for 14 with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and a .286 batting average. Number 7 most valuable player of the series, another Dodger starting pitcher, Fernando Valenzuela. Fernando pitched Game 3. He went the distance, all 9 innings through 147 pitches. He did give up 4 runs and 16 base runners, but I put him at number 7 because this was a must-win game for the Dodgers. They were already down 2-0. He came in, stymied the Yankees enough so the Dodgers could get the win, and I think that deserves number 7. On a side note, this was Fernando's rookie year. He won Rookie of the Year and also the Cy Young Award. Number 6 most valuable player of the 81 World Series, another Dodgers pitcher, Mr. Steve Howe. Steve Howe pitched in Game 4, which was pretty much another must-win for the Dodgers. The Yankees had scored 7 runs in 6 innings and were winning the game. He came in the 7th inning, pitched 3 innings of relief, got the win, only gave up 3 hits and 1 run. That was Game 4. Then he came in Game 6, pitched another 3.2 innings of relief, gave up 0 runs, 2 hits, a walk, and got the save. Hey, if you're enjoying this countdown of the top 10 most valuable players from the 81 World Series, do me a big favor and please subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Thanks. And the number 5 most valuable player, you might learn that I have a bias towards pitching. Number 5, New York Yankees pitcher Goose Gossage. He came in Game 1 and pitched 2 innings of relief for Guidry. Gave up just 1 hit, no walks, no runs, and got the save. And then did the same thing in Game 2 in relief of Tommy John. Pitched 2 innings of no-run baseball, 1 hit, 1 walk. For the series, he pitched 5 innings and gave up 0 runs. The number 4 most valuable player, a LA Dodgers hitter, Mr. Ron Cey. In a must-win game for the Dodgers in Game 3, Ron Cey went 2 for 2 with a homer and 3 RBIs in a game that they would win by just 1 run. And then the very next game, Game 4, he was 2 for 5 with 2 more RBIs in another game that the Dodgers would win just by 1 run. For the series, he was 7 for 20 with a .350 batting average, had a home run and 6 RBIs. Number 3 most valuable player, another hitter, this time for the Yankees, Mr. Bob Watson. In the very first inning of Game 1, Bob Watson hit a 3-run homer in a game that the Yankees would end up winning 5-3. In Game 2, he was 2 for 4 in a game with an RBI in a game that the Yankees would win 3-0. In Game 3, he was 2 for 4 with another homer and a double. And in Game 4, he had 2 more RBIs. He finished the series 7 for 22 with a .318 batting average, 2 home runs, and 7 RBIs. I lied. There's another pitcher. The number 2 most valuable player of the 81 World Series, Los Angeles starting pitcher Jerry Roos. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Reuss. He was a starting pitcher of Game 5, went the entire 9 innings, only gave up 1 run, 8 base runners in a game that the Dodgers would win by a score of just 2-1. And the number 1 most valuable player of the 81 World Series, which would be the MVP, right? In Game 5, Pedro Guerrero hit the first of 2 back-to-back solo home runs in the 7th inning of a game that the Dodgers won 2-1. And then in Game 6, in the Dodgers series clinching game, Pedro hit a homer, a triple, and had 5 RBIs. For the series, he was 7 for 21 with a .333 batting average, 2 homers, 7 RBIs, a double, a triple. Okay, so there you have it, my version of the top 10 most valuable players from the 81 World Series between the Dodgers and Yankees. So the interesting thing about that World Series is they've been announcing World Series MVPs since 1955, and 1981 is the only year that they had multiple MVPs. And I don't know why they did that. To me, it was a cop-out. They couldn't just pick one guy. It's like, pick a guy. I picked Pedro. He was the MVP. They gave it to 3 players, Ron Cey, Pedro Guerrero, Steve Yeager, in no particular order. They just said those 3 people are the MVPs. I don't understand it. So, baseball cards. I know you guys want free baseball cards. I got a stack of them here for you. I'm going to flip through them. Unfortunately, they're all New York Yankees. They're 1981 baseball cards. I thought that was fitting. I couldn't get Dodgers. I tried. I went to the flea market. I went to a local card show. Everybody's got new cards. It seems like nobody likes the old cards like I do, and hopefully we do. So what I got here. So what you got to do is tell me you want the card. You got to be the first person to tell me that you want this particular card. You can only claim one. And then, so do that in the comments of this video. And then the second thing you need to do is after you do that, you need to send me an email to this email address and say, hey, Steve, I claimed that card. This is my mailing address. And then I will get it to you. Okay, here are the cards. I've got 1980. These are all 1981s. Mike Griffin, I never heard of him. Rudy May, pitcher, I heard of him. He didn't come up in our top 10. I didn't see his name in any of the box scores. Bobby Brown, outfield for the Yankees. I think I did see his name in a box score. Louis Taillon, I think I saw his name in a box score, but he obviously didn't make the the top 10. Oscar Gamble, he was very close to the top 10. He had a good series, and you guys may remember I did a little bio on him. He's a legend, or his hair is a legend. The New York Yankees first baseman Bob Watson, he was number 3. He was the 3rd most valuable player in the series. Great baseball player. Eric Soderholm, never heard of him. Never heard of him. This guy, never heard of him. Reggie Jackson, have you guys ever heard of him? Of course you have. He was the 73, the official 1973 and 1977, both World Series MVPs. And he didn't have a bad World Series. I think he had .333 with a homer. Or maybe it was 2 homers. I can't remember. And then lastly, second baseman Brian Doyle. So any of those cards, if you want them, let me know. 1 per person. Make sure you send me that address. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It's super fun. And everybody have a good night.